I think we're going to get going. We've got enough people we don't need to have to really vote on anything, I don't think, but maybe we will just for fun. Welcome, everybody. I'm Charlie Johnson, Visit Fargo Moorhead.
Mallory Ackerman, also Visit Fargo Moorhead.
Emma McIntyre, Folkways.
Kate Ballstead, Southeast Education Cooperative.
Dave Peppercorn, City Commission.
Tim Mahoney, Mayor Fargo.
Denise Kolpak, City Commission.
Joe Raso, Greater Fargo Moorhead EDC.
Kent Kolstad, President Livewire.
Susan Thompson, City of Fargo Finance.
Eric Johnson, Fargo Assistant City Attorney.
Taylor Snelling, owner Mezzaluna.
Mike Redlinger, City of Fargo staff.
Charlie, we're finally able to fill my side of the table. I'm very pleased about that. And just to know, we're all going to vote the same, so be careful on the other side of the table.
Yeah, I think it could be a fairly short meeting today. I think we're kind of where we need to be. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. We just need to officially finalize the RFP that we basically all approved last week, I believe. What you have up on the screen is the memorandum that's going to the City Commission. I assume that I'm going to come and present this to the Commission on Monday. Jim Gilmore's out of town, so I'll step up, represent the committee, and ask for this motion. Does that sound right, Michael? Mayor, yes? And then whatever discussion ensues, we'll answer questions there. But the idea is that this RFP will be approved, hopefully, by a majority vote of the Fargo City Commission, a majority of whom is sitting here now. I'll just say that coincidentally. And will then within a day or two, probably by Wednesday at the latest, will be put out to the public so developers can start looking at it and start formulating their proposals. The idea is to give them 30 days until the questions will be due then, assuming it goes out on June 11th, which is Thursday, I believe, or Wednesday. The RFP questions will have to be in by July 11th, and I believe the city, they'll be submitted through the city website, and then we'll have a meeting after that on the 18th to review those questions with Jim Gilmore and then answer them as best we can. And then we have until the phase one proposals are due August 7th.
Can I ask you a question, Charlie? So can you give us an example? So when the RFP goes out and it has questions, how does that go? Does it goes to Jim Gilmore, and then how do the responses go? And maybe Mike can respond to that too. Thank you.
Yeah, I think I'll let Mike respond. I assume that Jim will answer them as best he can. I don't anticipate us meeting in the interim, but let's see what Michael thinks about that.
Yeah, I would agree. Great question, Commissioner. And so what we'll do, if it's a technical question that's like an incentives question, we'll be able to answer that at a staff level and just make sure that they got the information. We will try with equity provide that information to any proposer that would respond or have that similar question. We'll give that identical information, but really the idea there is just to treat people fairly if they all have the same question. I'll talk to Jim too when he gets back. We may also want to include a kind of a document, a community document where we just populate that and we can share it, with anyone who calls in. I think that'd actually be a good idea because and just share the questions and answers because there's really, there's no proprietary information there. It's, if a question comes in, it may be of a benefit or interest to another team. And so I'll visit with Jim about that.
Yeah, I think we want to be as public as possible with this. Susan?
I think that's how our bonfire is set up. You do actually upload subsequent responses so that everybody has access to them.
Already exists that way, you
I
say?
believe that's how it already
Excellent.
exists.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to guess that most of the developers who would be interested in this are going to be, they're going to be pretty familiar with these systems anyway, but, they can certainly call City Hall if they have a question about the questions, about the question process. So, yeah. Yeah. Welcome, Claire.
Hi.
Yeah. So you saw the RFP last week. We sent it to you again this week. If for some reason someone felt strongly we had to make some kind of change in it today, that would delay us by 2 weeks. I'm just laying that out there for you. But assuming that we still like the way it's written, then we're going to present it to the City Commission on Monday night. Meeting starts at 5, right? So I'll be here, and then once it's approved by the City Commission, I anticipate questions from the Commission. Then we'll get it out to the public.
Charlie,
Yes, Joe?
Yeah, so if for some reason, if there are recommended changes or anything that comes up, that could be handled by the commission in their discussion on Monday, could it not, before they voted? Not trying to throw anything into the,
I suppose it could be. I'm not familiar enough with the process. Michael?
Yes, so Joe, if there was a question, if a commissioner on a motion and approved by the commission said, we want to make this one subtle change, they would do that. Since the commission really possesses the authority to approve the final form of that, they would just do that there. What we'll do at a staff level between Jim and myself, we can communicate back any changes that would happen at the commission, but this information that's up on the screen is all on the commission agenda that's published on the city website. So that's fargond.gov. And then if you click into the city commission profile, that's on the regular agenda. So we have a few public hearings on Monday night, but relatively short regular agenda. So I'd imagine this would be up in the first 30 to 45 minutes of that meeting.
yeah, and my comment's more to not delay things, but if something pops up, the authority rests with this commission to do so.
I'm a little worried. Are you suggesting there's something you
I
want
am
to change?
suggesting nothing,
Okay.
Mr. Chair.
Just checking.
When you said if you say anything, we have to wait 2 weeks, I was like, I don't do that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess theoretically you could. Mayor?
Just Commissioner Kolpak and Commissioner Pipcorn, do you have any concerns with the RFP? You guys both like it? Because I don't see us adding a lot of different stuff. The commissioners have been here, and if there's something that they would have wanted to voice, I think we could have done that. And this has been a very thorough committee. We've been going through stuff for a long time. I would hope that we didn't miss anything, but I think that if you do, let's voice it now. But I think we're ready for the commission.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, we've worked on this for, started in early February, right? So February, March, April, May. I think you've all done a good job. Thank you. You're not done yet, but you're going to get a little break, assuming this goes the way we want it to. So maybe we should have a vote and just make sure that we all agree this is the RFP as you saw it this week and last week with this motion is what we want to put forward to the city commission on Monday. So I would need a motion and a second.
I'll move to approve the RFP that's already been submitted as part of the city commission's packet for Monday's meeting.
Thank you.
I'll second.
Okay. Any further discussion? Shannon, is anyone online? I forgot to check. Sorry, I thought Shannon might be calling in. Shannon, are you there?
Yep,
Do you have
Yep,
any
I'm here.
questions?
I do not. I think the only thing is there an expectation or a need for any committee members to be at the commission meeting on Monday? Or otherwise, I'm great with what's at hand. I don't want to deter the motion on the table.
Okay. Well, I'll be there to present it, and any member of the committee who would like to come is welcome. Obviously, 5 of them will be there. The commissioners are all on the committee. But yes, you're all welcome to come if you want to. I would be happy to see any of you. It's not necessary. I don't think it's going to be necessary, no. You can watch it on TV too, but yeah. Okay, any further discussion? All right, all in favor of Joe's motion, say aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carried. Well, there you go. We did have research, art, and culture options on here. I'm sorry, I forgot that got on the agenda. Denise and I actually had a conversation with Tanya Blanich shortly before this meeting at the
Yep.
Arts Partnership, and we're going to continue that discussion going forward. She had some ideas, but hadn't really had time to think about it yet. But we will try to incorporate some sort of budget for public art, similar to what we've seen around City Hall here. And Denise, you want to add anything about that?
Another takeaway is I'll be working with admin on the process for this building and how they incorporated art, and just for a little more protocol. But we also asked Tanya for established protocols for establishing a commission by the Fine Arts and how that would work. She mentioned, permanent art versus rotating as well. So that's also an option. So more to come.
Yeah, and I think probably could be a combination of permanent and rotating, which I think you have here in City Hall. We do the rotating art in our office through the Artworks program. It's no secret, we pay $2,400 a quarter $2,400 a year for that. And they rotate it quarterly. And it's a very nice program. We just got new art this week. So that's, I don't know if they would strike exactly the same deal for a big building like this, but I think a budget to purchase some permanent art and then also some places to put rotating art would be great too. And, obviously it's too early to know because we don't know what the building's going to look like, but we want to be cognizant of it as the designs probably in the second phase when the designs start to take shape. So, anybody have any other questions about that?
Charlie, do you ever tell visitors that City Hall would be fun to come and look at all the venues and the art in this City Hall? I mean, do you ever think cognitively, do we try to, push people to look around the community to the different venues that are out there?
We do have an art tour. I'm not entirely certain City Hall is prominent on it, but that's a very good idea. We'll put it on there. We have a
Just
mural
saying, if we do a
tour.
convention center
Yeah.
and do art, I think it'd be nice to, hey, this
Yeah,
is-
absolutely.
if you have an interest in our local artists, hey, let's go on a
Mallory's taking that note for us. So, yeah, no, that's a great idea. But yes, we do. We have art tours, especially the murals we propose for people to go around. And yeah, thank you. Good suggestion. Okay, any questions about the timeline? We're going to approve this hopefully at City Commission meeting. So it looks like our next committee meeting will be July 18th. So you get a month off. In case there's an emergency, then we'll call you all together, but. Any other comments or business for the good of the order? I told you this might be a short meeting. I want to thank you all for your hard work so far. Again, this has been great. Thank you, Eric, for your legal advice. Susan, for your financial advice. We'll be needing more of that. We appreciate everyone, what everyone brings to the table. Okay, anybody want to make a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Denise? Commissioner, you said second?
I'll second.
Oh,
Dave got it.
Yeah. DP, okay. All right. Any other discussion on that? All in favor of adjourning, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll be in touch.